And there's no one better to speak with today than former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Speaker McCarthy, I thought of you immediately this morning. You have led a delegation. You have represented Republicans. And I read in Politico Playbook, part of the job when you're in leadership is to make tough decisions and to listen to your members. And I immediately thought about Hakeem Jeffries, someone we haven't heard from. He was on a 2-hour call yesterday. Some of his members said it's time for Joe Biden to step aside. What do you predict Hakeem Jeffries, House Minority Leader, does in this moment?
Hakeem hates to make a decision. He'll never make a fast decision. He's doing exactly what he normally does, nothing. You know, there's two types of leaders. You're either a thermometer or a thermostat. A thermostat can tell you the temperature and change it. Hakeem's a thermometer. He sits and lets the caucus decide where to go. And that's why you're seeing it on the House. A lot of members come out against Biden. And in the Senate, you really don't have much. Not strong leadership. And he'll let the caucus get in front of him instead of stepping in front. That's why you see Joe Biden going out early before the members coming back into Congress and stating he's in this race. And I think his interview with Stephanopoulos, the two big questions that I take are really directly to Democrats. The only way I'm getting out of this race is God Almighty tells me to. And I don't care if I lose because I think I gave it my very best. And you're seeing Jill out there. She's a hard campaigner. I will tell you it's much different of why I know that they're going to stay in this race. Jill doesn't want to leave either. Many times when we had meetings in the Oval Office, Jill was there as well.
Interesting. Wait, so the First Lady was in some of your meetings about policy?
Many times Jill would come
Wow.
in. There was one time when I'd sit there and the president said something on in this famous tour down to the pool saying, do you want to go outside? Jill turns very quickly when she hears that and says, no, they don't want to go outside, because she knew exactly what position he was in and what he was doing. And then he just turns around. You don't want to go outside? And then let us outside. Many times, I don't think she's there for policy. I think she's there to give him comfort and direct the meetings.
That's stunning. That's stunning. I cannot imagine First Lady Melania Trump on a policy meeting. I never once saw that happen. But what you said echoes reporting from New York Magazine that Jill led him in front of a donor, literally coaching him with what to say, how to speak. She's running the show.
Look, I've been talking about this for more than a year. I've watched its decline. Every meeting I've had with this president has been different, and they would attack me because of it. This is a pattern of behavior you watched with the Hunter Biden laptop. I expect President Biden to call Secretary of State Blinken to go get 51 physicians to sign a letter that says he's cognitively fine and put that out, and then go after the media to say, you can't print about this. I mean, the real question here is this is becoming their Watergate. Who knew it, and when did they know it, and what did they do? I mean, if you think of the vice president, she was one of the most fierce attacks against us whenever we brought this up. So did she not know this was going on? That would disqualify her to become president if she couldn't figure out this was happening. And then it would also disqualify her to be the nominee if she did and wouldn't share with the American public.
You know, you mentioned this is their Watergate. I think you could be right on that. So the question becomes, what do Republicans do? Should there be a select committee into Biden's mental health the way there was one into January 6th? What does Congress do? What do Republicans do today?
Well, the thing I do, I wouldn't play politics with it. Let's be very sensitive about how we go about doing this. If I was President Trump, do exactly what he is doing. And at any given time, you see he is better prepared to be president than at any other time. He's disciplined. He's focused on the issue. Secure this border. Curb inflation. Make America strong again of where we're going. Stick on the issues. But for Republicans and Democrats in the House and Senate, this is a serious position that you have a president this week. You have NATO coming in. Why do we have war in Ukraine? Did Putin pick up on this when he met with Biden? Did Biden make those wrong decisions in Afghanistan because of this situation? We do need, and the American public has a right to know. So this is a place that you shouldn't make it partisan, but Republicans and Democrats should bound together to get to the answers. The American public deserve to know the answers to these questions.
Indeed, they do, especially because every hostile service death in Afghanistan and Jordan took place outside of the hours in which Biden is dependably engaged. That's per Axios. Thank you so much, Speaker McCarthy.
Thank you.